Hey, let me pass though.
Yeah. Do you have glasses?
Yeah, I have glasses.
Okay.
I have, and I believe we're live. Yep, we're live. Okay,
We're
close
live.
the door so we're not pissing off my ladies.
That's right.
Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to another episode of the live stream. Just making sure we got some sound here. Maybe we should bring this closer so that we're a little louder. Oops. Let's not have it on screen though, because we're breaking the magic, the on-screen magic.
La magie.
La magie. How's the sound? Hey, Alain's on, and Tyler.
Nice.
What's up, Alain? That's way too high, right? I should adjust that.
That's kind of.
Speak to the peeps for a minute while I adjust.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna be talking about camping tonight.
Camping stuff. Philosophies.
Yeah.
Camping camp. I don't know what that means.
I brought some blades. I brought some beer.
And we're talking about bushcraft.
That's right.
Because even though I've changed the printed name of the live streams, we all know what it's about. Yes. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better.
My hair looks like crap.
Well, it's nicer than mine.
Okay.
Yeah. So, who's with us? We got Outdoor Doberman. It's hard to see over there. Wood Pigeon's here. How's it going? Simo's on. See there? That's a bottle opener.
Yeah.
Grab that for me. Yeah. This is a little less organized than I was hoping to be by this point in the night, but Serge walked in and he hasn't seen my missus in a long time, so we were all chatting. Yeah. Camille was being all cute and stuff.
Well, last time I saw her was during the summer.
Yeah. So we were chatting.
It's cold. It's not summer no more.
No, it ain't summer no more. So let's talk about the beer right off this time.
Yeah.
So you first. What you got?
All right. What I got here is La Chaput.
La Schwab.
La Schwab. It's a red beer. Russ.
A red beer.
Let's see, alcohol level 5.3.
5.3.
It's not strong beer. So how much do I have here? Yeah, 500 milliliter, that's
a 500 mil.
Typical.
What I have is let's show it off to the gents, to the ladies and the gents. The Rus. I've had this before. It's quite good.
Good.
I'm having I have no idea if it's Halcyon or Halcyon Barrel House. That's let's see about lack. There we go.
We see nothing.
It's a brewery that's owned by Bose in Ontario. This is called Echo Chamber. It's an organic, dry hopped sour. Yeah, nothing is showing up. Too damn bright.
What we should do is get like a white piece of
stuff,
cardboard or something, just to put it in the back.
Oh yeah,
it'll do two things. One, it'll focus better, and two, it's going to white out the rest of it. So,
Mr. Genius here.
Yeah, of course.
So this is also 500 mil, and this is only 4.8% alcohol. Because I actually looked at the alcohol content before buying this time. Unlike last time when it was at, what was it, 10% or something?
Yeah, something like that. Well, that's it. It's my wife that's been buying me some like different beers occasionally.
Yeah. And
the other beer that I had also was a Belgium strong beer. I'm like,
yeah. Hold on, I'm just going to say hi to whoever's showing up here. Hey, Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles is here. Nice to see you. Outdoor Dauber, of course. Oh, hey, Outdoor. Oh, Alain likes the workbench. Yeah, man, I have one more sanding job to do. Then I'm oiling the hell out of this.
Yeah, it's
and then we won't be using coasters. So who else is here? Hey, Pine Martin's here. How's it going? I completely missed Dennis's live stream tonight. It's getting really tough because kids karate and everything. Mm-hmm. So look, we're going to talk about some camping stuff and some camping philosophies today. I do want to give you guys a bit of an update. Last Saturday, as Wild Pigeon knows, I drove out to Ottawa to meet with
over here, just in case.
A sub and buddy, Tenenbaum, who you guys all know. I'm going to blow this, right?
Probably. Oh, not so bad. Ooh.
So I drove out to Ottawa to meet up with Tenenbaum for a very good reason. What did you do? Did you just like goose beer all over my delicate concrete floor?
No, but it almost did.
Okay.
I saved the day.
Look at that.
That's not bad.
I know.
That's not bad.
So I went to meet Tenenbaum because I had bought something through him because he lives in Sweden. And that is this. Now,
Well, it looks much smaller than I thought it was.
yeah, it's very small. It's smaller than I thought it would be as well, but I'm happy about that.
Yeah, because it's more like a little hatchet. It's not as big as some of the other stuff you have. And your other carving axe is like twice the size.
Yeah, it's much bigger. What this is, for those of you who do not know, it's the carving axe made by Yulia Kaltov, who used to be CEO of Wetterlings and is now doing her own thing. I have not done anything with this. I have not even oiled it. I haven't even touched the edge, to be honest with you, and I will not until I have put the council tool axe through its paces on camera, because I got that one before this one. But I mean, guys, look at that grain, boom, straight. But yeah, so I mean, I may oil it up, but I'm not really using it until after this baby's gotten some woods time. Which reminds me, we should hit the woods sometime soon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Maybe not when it's like, minus 30, but
No, but maybe when it hits minus 10. So anyways, I met him in Ottawa because him buying it and bringing it to me meant no shipping to Canada and no import duties. So
I just want to see this in.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen it
because I've never seen it in the flesh.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
this is gorgeous.
Oh, that is sour. I hadn't done the taste. Okay, I got to do my tasting notes. Sorry, guys, I'm not organized. I'm just so excited about live streaming. Yes, but I was really looking forward to this live stream. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, wow. Oh, any more sour and it'd be like vinegary. It just rides the line. It's sort of making me sniffle a bit. Big punch of sour. Actually, but not much else happening. No, there's a little bit of a peppery thing there. That sort of, it waits a second and then it comes around the back.
Do you notice my pour? Like there's like no head.
Oh!
And I was doing while I was talking to you at the same time. Of course, I stopped pouring at one point.
Okay, so Tenenbaum and I, we met. We had lunch. He brought me the axe. We went to, there's this place in Ottawa called the Trailhead Paddle Shack, where Martin, you'll be interested to hear this. I actually got to touch and look at in person some Swift canoes. I've looked at. They had both the models that I've been sort of looking at. Was it the Keewaydin that has a duo, and then the Prospector 16, and just going by the lines visually, but as you know, until I've done some canoeing, just going visually, I can see what people are talking about when they say that the Prospector is a more pleasing all-around boat, because the Keewaydin seems really, really narrow, so it kind of made me squirrely just to look at it. But I would really like to sit in them. But it was really nice to look at them and touch them and feel the carbon fiber and the fit and finish is something else.
Isn't the Prospector the one that Sean James got?
No, he got a pack boat.
He got a pack boat finally?
Someone who has some Prospectors is Kevin Callan.
Okay.
But like, it seems that every company's got a Prospector and they're all a little different. Hold on, let's just make sure that we're hey, Craig is here. How's it going? Oh, my sinuses. The Prospector, well, they had two sizes of Prospector, Martin. They had, I think, a 14, which looked really nice. And they had a 16, which is the one that I'm kind of thinking of, sort of as an all-around. Hey, Robin, yes, stream from the shop on a finished bench. And I am drinking the most sour beer imaginable.
Is it a beer that you'll have again, or?
I think I will. Maybe. Yeah, Pine Martin used to have the Novacraft Prospector. I would love to see a Novacraft Prospector in person, just to sort of see what the differences are. Oh, but I wanted to tell you guys. So we went to Trailhead Paddle Shop.
You're going like.
We went for lunch. He also gave me a tent from his collection of tents. This is a two-person. It's an MSR Hubba Hubba.
Very nice.
A 2-person.
It's literally called the Hubba Hubba.
It's literally called the Hubba Hubba. A lot of people have this tent. This tent gets really good reviews. I think Martin also has a Hubba Hubba. His is a different color than mine. This is an old tent. Tenenbaum has a collection of tents. He buys them sort of used. If there are some small little tears and stuff, he can repair tents. So he repairs them, and then they go into his collection. So I was really happy to see this.
So when they say 2-person, it's more like a 1-person.
These are a little more 2-person.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not the same as those 6-person tents that are actually 4-person tents.
Yeah.
So anyway,
it's for those little Chinese people there.
So the reason I'm excited about this is because that way when Cody and I do father-daughter videos, we don't have to bring that huge, ginormous tent. We can just bring this. Way easier to pack. Feel that it's a 6-pound package. Okay. The new ones have carbon fiber poles. I don't care. It's 6 pounds.
Yeah.
Versus 4.5.
Nothing.
Who cares? Tenenbaum also, we had discussed, and I wasn't sure if it was going to happen because of how much it costs once you go over a certain amount of weight when you're flying. But he also gave me this tent for sale.
What?
That's a Mountain Equipment Co-op.
Oh, come on.
The Met Camper. This is also secondhand. Had a few holes in it, but he's repaired them.
Oh my God.
Well, I figure backpack, tent.
Now
you're good.
Now I'm good. And I have no more excuses. None whatsoever.
So next time we
thank you very much, Tenenbaum. It really, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. It's the generosity of you guys it's unbelievable. I feel a little embarrassed.
We're doing good works here. And which, by the way, that's why I asked you to. I'm not going to only ask you to come when we got surprises. It's just, I just.
Of course not. Otherwise, I'll be like, so what are you going to give me this
next
week?
time? Bring it on. I'm not going to lock. I'm not going to knock the lemonade over. A lot of tents assume people will sleep alternating head to foot instead of side by side to maximize. Is that why they do it that way?
That makes sense.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you're sleeping shoulder to shoulder and they give you what is it, 20 inches that they assume? It's like, come on, man, give us 24. But if they're assuming that we're gonna, because I don't want someone feet here after like a whole day of hiking.
Exactly.
Like,
well, not just that, but like I remember going camping. Like the first times I used to go camping was with friends.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you're young and you're with friends, what do you want to do? You want to talk.
Yeah.
You don't feel like talking to a guy's feet. You want to talk.
Well, there's that. Hold on. Family member tent, 2 visitors that know each other, etc. Yeah, that's true. But Martin had also said something about the prospector, but I missed it because I was all excited and stuff. Hold on. You'd likely want to go with the 16. Yes, I think so. Oh, with 16.6. I don't know if does Swift have a 16.6, a 16 foot and 6 inch. Now, that being said,
the note messages this way.
Oh yeah, okay, that would work.
It's too far for me there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I can hardly see. I just want to say to Craig that this I had bought and it arrived, but I'm not touching it aside from showing you guys. Right. I may not even oil it until I've done an episode on this baby right here. So that is even more incentive to get.
I don't know if like you could see it on screen or not, but what I kind of love about this, I'm just gonna bring it a little closer. You can actually see the discoloration from the
forging.
The forging, and you actually, I was able to see it a little bit on the pulled hammer, on the hardened pulled. Yeah. Sorry. So it's like I don't know. It's this type of thing that I love to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put it away now.
This and
sexy thing.
Nice, sexy thing there. Tyler can't wait to send along a crosscut saw and watch Simo's jealousy grow. Pine Martin has a good point. sleeping head to foot avoids the problem of morning breath. That's true.
That is very true.
Yeah. Oh, you think that Swift's 16-footer is 16.6? Okay. And then Overcraft is the same. No, that's not true. Because when I was in the cadets years and years and years ago, I remember that the canoes we were using at Lac Sebastien were Novacraft. But that's like 25 years ago or something.
So, Simo's complaining about lag.
Simo's complaining about lag?
Yeah.
It's got to be his problem because we're hooked in by
Yeah.
Ethernet. So I have decreed that it is his problem. So, I have some stuff here to talk about because, oh man, that is sour. Because most of my camping before a few years ago when I started this channel was your typical straight up car camping, you know? So it didn't matter how much something weighed.
Yeah.
You know, my axe was whatever you could buy at Canadian Tire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a camp knife. I say to a lot of people, because it's the truth, that one year, our camp knife, actually I've got one here, piss somewhere, was a utility knife, you know, like a carpenter's utility knife, gray metal blade comes out, boom, baby.
Oh,
right?
Geez, you know.
That's adequate, right? But it's just, you know.
Well, you gotta cut stuff with it.
Well, you know, I was, you know, in the 80s, I was a kid. Well, and my dad didn't have a lot of money. Well, we didn't have a lot of money. But not everyone knows anything when they buy a tent at Canadian Tire, a cheap axe, and okay, I need a knife, and you light your fire with that gel crap and a match or a Bic lighter or something, you know. And as I may not buy it again.
That's what I thought.
As my knowledge has grown and my approach to my stuff has grown, some stuff I've experimented with a lot, right? Like knives, axes. But some stuff I kind of haven't. Like, for instance, this is a Morris pot, named for the late, great Morris. And I really like this pot. I have no reason to look elsewhere, even though, like, I would love to try the, you know, what's it called, the zebra, like the billy cans and stuff, but I have no real reason to do it, except for size. Like for more camping, for more family-related camping, I would like to have something bigger, you know? But I see no reason to replace this.
Well, no, especially since you're not always going to be with your family.
Exactly. If I'm solo, I do not need any more than this, no matter what I'm cooking, you know?
That's funny because I was thinking the same thing with the grill.
Well, yeah.
Because that grill is great if you're alone, you know?
Yeah.
But the times that we've used this together,
it gets a little crowded.
Yeah. You need something a little bit bigger, you know?
Yeah, and you can buy bigger, and you can buy better than this. This was, I think, $16 at Canadian Tire. I've also got one of these little guys, you know. This is by Expedition Research. This is not a paid endorsement. I find that this grill is better than this one. Like this one with our, you know, sausages and stuff has been starting to deform and everything. But these are basic bloody tools. You know, you can get one of these that's branded Joe Robinette for like a lot of money, or you can just buy this guy for $20. And I find that,
or heaven forbid, Amazon.
Or Amazon. In fact, I may have gotten my Expedition Research one at Amazon. And I wonder, and I want to find out what you guys think of this, because I wonder if the stuff I experiment with versus the stuff I don't, if there's a real correlation between how exciting an item is, right? Knives, to those of us who do the bushcrafties, are kind of, they're a big ticket item. They're exciting, you know. These are both lovely knives. This one has not seen a lot of screen time lately, but this is still my number one. This is the one that I'm going to pass down to Camille one day.
That the F1?
No, this is my my Australian-made woodwork clone, which, you know, used to be, you know, the star of my channel, and will be again at some point once I'm, you know, I'm not quite as excited about the F1 because that one is the F1.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Bit of lag again. Perhaps we'll have to have an American Canadian tool fund. Sure, Tyler. I think that's a great idea. All the early camping gear I bought, this is Pine Martin, was crap, super heavy, but all worked well enough to make it possible to be out there. Exactly. Thank you. Yes, that's what I was sort of, I was really coming around to that point, and you just sort of cut through and made the point. The fact is, I used that utility knife. That's not the one I used, but that's not an adequate camping tool, no matter how you slice it. But you know what? It did slice. We were cutting rope. You know, we had a huge tarp above our campsite, like one of those massive, you know, the plasticky ones, right, that you see at a work site and stuff. And we were tying it up. We were cutting cords. We didn't know enough to use a knife for a ferro rod or to use a knife for batoning, though we don't use knives for batoning, do we?
Especially not a
Canadian belt knife. All we knew is that we were in the woods and having a great time. And sometimes I kind of miss those days. I mean, you used to just head out with your buds and camping, right?
Yeah, well, we used to do it like a few times a year there. A lot of the times, especially later in the, like when we start having cars and stuff. Yeah, it was a lot of car camping. I remember this one instance, God, I could testify to that. We had gone camping at a place where we had to hike a few kilometers. Like, no problem, you know. But we went with friends from college, and some of these people were city slickers. So, I mean, we had one friend, he had the Colvin Big Boy cooler. There's no other cooler which is bigger than the Big Boy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, can you help me carry it, please? Here I am thinking, like, you know, I got my pack all light like that. Yeah, it's gonna be easy for me to go hiking up the hill with my pack and everything. Like, and here I am carrying my friend's freaking Big Boy.
Yeah.
And once we got to the campsite, we started, like, you know, getting our stuff ready. We prepared some food to eat, and I see him take out like a whole ketchup bottle from the cooler, and it's like one of the old glass ketchup bottles. I'm like, holy crap, man, why are you bringing your old fridge with you, you know?
Like the full-size one.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, it was a glass bottle, you know, back in the day when it was like freaking glass.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, like, we're going hiking. You knew that we're going hiking.
But here's the thing about that, Seps, because in that case, like us car camping, you know, we're at a campsite. It's got a toilet, you know, 30 meters away or something. We're using whatever the cheap ass, like the Collins level axe from Canadian Tire. We got a cheesy knife, but we weren't hiking with a Big Boy cooler on our backs.
Oh, for sure.
You know, so we were still enjoying the camping. Like it's not even that fine a line actually between
for sure.
one thing and the other.
And to be honest, like even some of the gear that we had at the time was nowhere near the best gear. It's you know, I don't think we even had axes with us, just to say that, you know, we were ill-equipped.
Yeah, but you didn't know that, right?
But
you were just
it doesn't matter. We just want to go out in the woods, and that was what was important. However, if you're going to be hiking a few kilometers in the woods, chances you should try to pack light. But anyway.
And that's kind of what Martin was saying. And actually, Martin, I don't know if we use this term in hiking and camping, but in mountain biking, there's this whole movement called weight weenies. Okay, these are the guys who will replace every aluminum bolt on their cross-country bikes with titanium. They take the disc brakes off and put not calipers or V brakes or whatever the current ones are. They lighten everything up, everything to like down to the lightest gram. And I know that a lot of real dedicated hikers are very similar. All their gear is titanium. All their stuff is as light as possible. Just going by what I see in your videos, you're not much of a weight weenie. You've got some stuff that's pretty light though. But like, I think maybe if you're not car camping, if you're hike camping. You know what I'm saying? If you're walking into the bush, maybe it's more important to have better, by which I mean lighter and yet sturdy gear, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Zach Fudge is here. I just
be
want
smart about it.
Yeah. In backpacking, they are gram fanatics. Okay, so they are.
Yeah.
They cut their toothbrush handles, tags off shirts. Yeah, okay. So
yeah. I wasn't going to say, but like I had a friend who walked the Appalachian Trail, and yeah, he actually cut his toothbrush too. And like every time I remember once he lost his map.
Yeah.
So he went to buy another one of those little booklets with the maps in them.
Yeah.
And right in front of the guy he bought it from, he ripped out the pages of the part of the trail that he already did, you know, just because it's that much less weight.
Get those grams down. Craig is saying hikers are there to hike. The gear is just in case, or if they stay out for a couple of days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's true as well.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true. You know, I mean, you bring a little stoves just in case, you know, every few tens of kilometers or whatever, you stop and make a little brew up or something. But generally speaking, you're not camping while you're hiking.
Well, for us, it wasn't a huge deal because the point was not necessarily to go hiking, but it was to go camping, to be as far away as like civilization as well, not as possible, but to get far enough like that you really feel like there's no one around. Yeah, you know, and that was what we wanted, and the best thing to do is to hike out into the woods instead of just driving up to your camping ground.
Yeah, you definitely in a lot of ways you have more freedom. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that in air quotes. If you hike out, in terms of like if you're wild camping and stuff, mm-hmm. because you know the car really keeps you to certain areas. But Pine says for backpacking I go pretty light. I relax that a bit for canoe camping. Compared to most canoe campers, I go very light. I've noticed because I've been watching a lot of canoe channels lately because I'm dying for my fancy canoe. But I noticed that like a lot of them have those barrels and stuff, and I'm wondering.
You have canoe envy.
Yeah, I want even Martin's canoe. Although I want to be a one paddle guy.
Just
hey, hike with Mike's here. Yeah, of course. I'm a purist and everything. Bushcraft carry an SS bush pot and carbon steel fry pan, which is a nice pair. This is outdoor dauber. I carry thick cut pork chops and a knife, axe, etc., and carry it all in a Milsurp Alice pack. That pack's pretty heavy, though, isn't it? I know Canadian Forces packs, even the really modern ones, are way heavy. I mean, they're bomb-proof, but they're heavy, heavy, heavy. Tyler says, heard mixed things about Alice packs. I don't have one. I have a U.S. Marine Corps ILBE that's busted to hell. I keep meaning to fix it at some point, but I don't care about it enough, to be honest with you. It works well enough to throw into the back of a car if I just want it, like on a hunting trip or something. I stuff it full of. Craig says backpackers are different, where they bring gear just to make camp at night when they rest. Well, yeah, this is true. Simone loves Alice packs. Okay, good to know. Zach says, bought a new Victorinox Swiss Army knife for Christmas with some of your gifted money. Nice. Which model did you get? Hey, Klevec is here. How's it going? Pine Martin no longer does canoe barrels because they're too heavy. The way your wife and you eat now. Oh, you're ketogenic. Okay. You need way less food. Man, I don't know if I could go keto. No, I'm pretty into food. I mean, I eat too much. Here's the deal, though.
Apparently, the first like 3-4 days are like the worst.
Yeah.
Because then you feel like extremely hungry, and once you pass, I think something like the 5th day, then the hunger subsides, and you're supposed to start eating again once the hunger comes back.
That's true of a lot of like different eating systems, I guess. Martin, isn't Sean James keto as well?
I don't remember.
Hike with Mike goes heavy. He likes to make hawks and saws and good grub and a real pillow. Yeah, you prefer backcountry camping. I enjoy car camping less and less, but I'm not going to pack my family into the backwoods. If I'm going with my family, I'm fine with car camping because, hey, at least we're camping. You know?
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's like, at least you're out there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. My brother texted me saying that our friend actually had 4 giant ice packs in his cooler too.
Oh, really?
But, you know, I laugh about it.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was actually the camping trip kind of went bad. I'm not going to get into it, but it was still.
What do you mean you're not going to get into it? You just told all these people that your camping trip went bad?
Well, the thing is, despite the fact that we had our problems, we still all had fun.
Yeah.
And like for the people that had never gone camping before, I think for the most of them, it was a good experience, you know? So I still think get out there, you know, get out in the woods. That's what's the important part.
Yeah. I agree. I think I didn't wipe off the excess on this last time I oiled it because it's feeling a little sticky. I'm not sure how to fix that.
I want to get the other one just to compare with your...
Which one?
The cant carver. That was the hammer.
Come on over to my place, Saz. Break my workshop. Yeah, that's the... Yeah, these are all the carving axes here.
But, like, compared to this one, like, it's...
But the concept behind it when I decided I wanted this was specifically that. Because this one I used to pound out the blanks, right?
Right.
But once we get to... Here's something I'm making from another one. Sorry, dude.
It's all good.
Like all this carving I did with... the lighting. All this carving I did with...
I'm picking up the stuff that fell on the ground.
With this axe. Okay. And so this is going to replace this one. This one I haven't decided yet if it's going to replace one or if I'm going to work it into... the thing is, it's a camp carver, so I see this as being something that I'll use if I'm carving...
out in the bush?
Carving in the bush rather than in the workshop. But I don't know. There's something about it that I really have a hard time putting this axe down when I pick it up. And this leather is better than... Well, I like Wetterling's leather, but man, this leather is better than this. It's definitely better than the Gransfors leather. This is nice.
I'm just curious.
Look at that.
Before I nearly cut myself, I just want to...
Don't go cutting yourself now. No. I'm not insured for that.
Yeah, it's definitely
look
thicker. I mean,
it's got to be like 9 ounce.
And this is like the thickest of the other 3, you know? And by far, it's like so much thicker.
Yeah, up until this axe arrived, my favorite masks were... My favorite leather was the Wetterlings.
This one.
Because even on my Scandinavian forest axes up there, it's got that Wetterling's thickness and stuff to it. But yeah, so like I carve with an axe till just about there. On this one I had started with a knife as well. Like it's not completely axe, but I get it down to about 80 or 85% of where I want it with an axe. You know, and that's with a smaller axe like that. And that
one's not finished though, right?
No, I have to. It's drying so that I can then finish it.
Okay.
But we're not here to talk about carving. We're here to talk about sewing. Sewing? Camping.
Sewing? Camping, yeah. What? I don't know where you got the sewing from.
Hold on.
Get any love hellos on there?
There's some hellos, but I think we missed some stuff too. Sorry, guys. Jake Levesque, do you have tools and time to research? Modifications or self-construction is always an option. Wait, what did Jake ask? I'd love a Frost River bushcraft pack, but damn, I can't justify almost $600. Yeah, that's a good point, because when I was in Ottawa at the Trailhead Paddle Shack, they had a bunch of Frost Rivers, and the Ile Royale is the pack I dream of, but the full-size Ile Royale is way too big for my little self. I tried on an Ile Royale Junior, and it was perfect for me, but it was $499. I mean, look, you pay when it's leather and canvas, you know. So yeah, it's a lot of money. It's the kind of thing where maybe I'll save up for it for a while. And also, if I'm going to throw that kind of money, I'm going to go for a Meandering Maker 3-day pack. It's about the same price, but that's a one-man shop. And judging by what people are saying, the quality is there. So,
and you're supporting like
a one-man shop.
Yeah, and in my opinion, an artisan at that point.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, the Frost River guys, it's a small shop. Those guys are very skilled as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I always like to like maybe one day I'd like to buy something from Liam Hoffman, because that's like a 2-man operation. Mm-hmm. This is a 2-person operation now. Wetterlings, they're gone.
Okay, yeah.
But like Gransfors, well, they're bigger than they used to be, but they're not big. I don't know how big Council Tool is. I don't think it's a huge company, but the thing is, they don't only do axes.
Oh, is Craig still on?
Yeah, he's still on.
How many are you there at Council Tool?
Whoops.
This guy wants to know.
This guy
right here.
Hey, Scott's here. Greeting, Lay Nutsack. I was thinking about nutsacks. Oh yeah, I was at work because I'm back at work now, and I heard 2 guys talking in the
about nutsacks.
Well, here's the thing. I went to the coffee machine to get some hot water for my tea, and there are 2 guys talking there, and one of them, like, I'm not really listening, but one of them is, I keep thinking he's saying nutsack, 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 and so I try not to listen to other people, but I have to figure out, is he saying nutsack? And no, they were talking Arabic, but there's some word that sounds so much like nutsack that it twigged. I was like, that can't be right. And it wasn't. But it was.
Maybe they're saying camel toe.
Who the hell knows? So yeah, hi Scott. Hold on. Oh, Chris. Yeah, they had the hey, Mary Carter, how's it going?
Oh jeez.
Believe we haven't talked about nutsacks with all these discussions about carrying implements. That's a good point.
Meanwhile, my brother brought up part of the horrible trip. He drank something he probably shouldn't have, or too much of it.
Okay.
And he was puking throughout the night. And the only way he could not puke was to sit up. And there was no place to really sit up. So we pretty much slept back to back.
Oh, okay, that's comfortable.
Yeah, it was an interesting trip.
Yeah. Pine Martin says it's difficult to imagine carving with an axe. I definitely need lessons there. Well, maybe I'll bring some axes when I head out to Ontario this spring. Do a little carving, bush carving in the bush.
What are you planning to do in the spring?
I'm gonna go and do some camping.
And you're gonna head off to Ontario for that?
Yeah, because Quebec is impossible.
Yeah.
Those Frost River canoe packs are gorgeous, but I find them way too heavy. Yeah, and they're big, man. You mean the canoe pack with, well, yeah, the Ile Royale is a canoe pack. It's funny because they're kind of narrow and tall, but the full size Ile Royale is just too damn. They also have another, I think it's also a canoe pack with 3 straps on it. It's a much more basic, like a really wide one. Kind of looks like it's an homage to something like a couple of 100-year-old design. Heavy as hell. They're all really heavy. I mean, that's the thing with leather and canvas, right?
But it won't burn.
It won't burn.
Or it's going to take a lot to burn. You have to throw it in the fire for it to burn.
Yep. Well, I'm just trying to. Zach has been drooling over the Cliff Jacobson pack by Frost River. Yeah, I've seen that one. It's a nice pack. Alain says, my favorite part of camping is not barfing. Yeah, that's the start.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hey, avid outdoorsy guy, how's it going? Nice to see you around here. And Tyler, Weaver is in Amish country. Craig says, hold on. I am so Mary Carter. I won't repeat that because I don't want him to hear. But yeah, to sort of get back on track here, like these days, I bring like a dedicated food prep knife.
Which I would have to admit, extremely useful.
Not a bad idea, right?
Yeah, I've never had a food prep knife, and it makes me wish I would have had something in the past.
Well, one thing that made me absolutely sure that I was making the right decision on this was, I don't know how many of you guys know Ron Swanson at Fox Company Prepping. Oh, his channel isn't called that anymore, but he's a leather maker and kind of a prepper, and he hit the bush for an overnighter, and he used his knife. I don't know what the hell he was doing. I don't remember because this is a long time ago, but he used his knife on like a mushroom. He was talking about the mushroom or something. It was a poisonous mushroom. And then he didn't wash his knife and he food prepped and he poisoned himself and he was out for like 3 days. Luckily, he wasn't out for good, obviously. But like, he was out of commission, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I had already bought this little knife thinking I would use it as a food prep knife. And when I saw when he was describing what he had done to himself.
Thank God I got this knife.
Hey, baby. I've used this for food prep. I've used this in the kitchen. I have a video where I'm using this little Wetterlings in the kitchen. I was home solo for a night at that. This is a long time ago. And I was using this to cut up peppers and stuff. Because this one, Was this
before you were married?
We had one child at that point. This was just before we moved here. Why?
I don't know.
I'm also shaving with this one.
I know you have.
On camera. I don't think I would necessarily. The thing is, this is a really good size as a food prep axe. But with this around, I don't have to do that.
Yeah,
anymore.
well, I was about to say, it depends on what you want to do,
It's not like a butcher's axe, right?
No.
And that's the kind of thing that I never really considered, because when we were car camping and stuff, we had like cutlery and kitchen knives with us, right? Because when you're car camping, you bring a Coleman stove, the 2-burner thing.
Everything.
You've got a big boy cooler,
Just plop in the back of the trunk. You're good. Don't have to carry it like 5 kilometers.
Packet of 24 wieners. If you don't use them all, who cares? But, when you're hiking into the back 40, it's a whole different world. As Martin knows, and as Outdoor Dauber knows, and as Tyler knows, and as all of you guys know, and as we know as well, I'm trying to sort of keep... Avid, you noticed the workbench. I am so happy. This bench took, I think...
3 years?
2.
2?
2 years. 2 years. And
I like the trough, by the way.
Not bad, eh? I didn't want to do it, but no, it was a good.
No, for sure. Yeah. The thing you gotta do. Little pause on the bushcraft. Don't try to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Try to keep it empty, because otherwise you're just gonna keep
piling stuff
into it, and then you're gonna put your stuff down to work on, and there's gonna be stuff in the way. You're like, move the stuff. It's like, don't.
Which is how I treat my desk.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Don't do it.
Yeah. Okay. What you guys can't see is that end I destroyed with. I bought a new router after that. I was routing because to get this flat outdoorsy, I tried planing it, but it just kept getting wicked tear out. So my buddy Robin and we built a router jig and just flattened it with a router all the way across. And at that end, right at the end there, about this much of it, we got there and the router just started slipping, and we didn't realize it, and we just gouged epically.
Is this where you have the walnut?
So that's why I have a walnut insert there. Hold on, I'll show you guys.
But it looks pretty. It looks like it's done on purpose.
It does, because of course we did it on purpose. Of course. See the walnut inserts?
Look at the prettiness.
The prettiness. So pretty. Am I moving this over too much? No.
No, I think you're good.
There, okay.
Speaking of making things.
Yes?
Let's bring it back to bushcraft.
Oh, yeah. The pain.
You're going to see this monstrosity that I made?
I haven't seen that in person yet.
No, you have not. I mean, I'd be like, whoa, look at the curve on this thing.
Oh, that is a hell of a curve. Is this walnut?
It is walnut. I wanted a bigger palm swell, so I'm like, might as well put walnut on it.
It's like a French curve. Oh, nice.
Look at the grain.
Vertical grain. Very nice.
But that is maple.
Maple. So how's the shock transference when you're using it?
You know what? It's not that bad. You know, I was afraid that it was gonna. I would like chop with it, and would, you know, my hands would be like sore after, like almost like.
Your hands are bigger than mine.
What's the word?
This is too big for my hands. Here, hold it. Yeah, it's perfect for you.
But no, well, I did a little bit at a time just to make sure that I like the grip. But what was I saying about this now? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just say that that's it. The shock. I don't really had much shock into it, you know. I was surprised. I was honestly surprised. I'm like, I might do another one just because I find it that it did a decent job, you know. The only thing though,
that looks like a Montreal or a Rhineland pattern.
I'm not sure which one, but I thought it was
They're the
Montreal
same pattern. I think. I'm pretty sure Rhineland and Montreal are the same.
But like right here, when I was chopping into some wood, you could see.
Oh, geez, you're already beating it up, man.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it wasn't a miss either. Is when the wood split, part of it kind of like
wow, it's a nice tight hang though. Look at this, guys. There are no gaps.
Well, I did by hand.
Yeah, nice.
So,
because I man, everything has slight gaps. This thing has a little bit of a gap. Now, there's the thing, you know. Every now and again, like as Craig will tell you on the Axe Junkies group, well, this has no. Someone will say, "I just bought this, whatever high expensive axe, and there's like a tiny gap there." It's like, just swing it, man.
Look, there's a slight, tiny little gap. Tiny. I have to go looking for it.
But by the way, that also that the size of that axe reminds me of something else. That when I used to car camp, you know, that cheap Canadian Tire axe was something pretty damn big. Whereas these days, there's no way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to be something like this or like my small forest axe because I'm walking into the woods. Scott says, my daughter's bought me a Brandt and Cochrane Dirigo belt axe for Christmas. I don't know them at all. The handle looks, Avid Outdoorsy guy says, that handle looks awesome. I prefer not that much of a curve, but it still looks good. Hey, Avid, do you have anything that's a straight handle? Because I realize I don't have anything except my little double that's a straight handle. And I keep wondering, you know, like partly because I would like to pick up a carpenter's axe for, you know, when I win the lotto and build myself a cabin, a log cabin.
Which you'll have to invite me.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm planning for this. I think that's a good way to plan for the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Just win 30 mil.
Well, the Lotomax is 70 million Canadian.
Lotomax, yeah.
I'll take that.
I'll win it. It's okay. I got it.
Okay, you got it. Okay,
I'll pass you a cool mill.
Cool. Okay, good. And if I win it, I'll give you a cool mill.
Okay.
How about that?
I could buy a
lot. Deal.
I could buy a lot of council tools for that. Serge is an axe hanging Jedi.
No, I'm actually not that great. The previous axe, the head's coming off, so I'm not that great of a Jedi.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one looks nice though. Okay, Simon, I think just put a link to the axe that Scott was talking about. So we'll definitely check that out once we're done. Avid Outdoorsy guy, I have a Grantsford outdoor axe that has a straight handle. Okay. LA, of course you're invited to the cabin. Yeah, you got to bring your whole collection of knives, though. I want to look at all of them. Tyler says the straight handles could be nice. They also require smaller stock. Make one. Yeah, I'm dying to make a handle at some point. It's definitely going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to make it out of hickory or ash because this is an ash handle, and I'm loving the look of ash. I've got an ash handle over on the wall back there. Right. Tabernacle. How do you? Ah, right
over there.
There. See, man, that was hard. That was way too hard. Those are my handles, and 2 of them are ash, and I love the look of ash. Hickory's got a nicer feel to it, though. Like they're very similar, but I feel that hickory has a slightly livelier feel to it than ash.
Well, that's a good thing because eventually we're not going to have any more ash anyway. So
yeah, very soon. Well, yeah,
they're all getting killed. No, actually, one of the reasons why I went with maple is because I didn't feel like getting a piece of ash.
Come on, man! Every guy wants a piece of ash.
Yeah,
of course we had to go there.
I didn't want to ruin it once again. But that's it. Like maple is still a hardwood.
Yeah,
and it's widely abundant here in Quebec. So I figured, even if I ruin the handle, who cares?
Yeah,
it's like I'll just make another one.
I just figured that maple would be a little too like. I would be afraid of shock, but you're saying that you're not having that problem.
No, I'm not really having that problem, and maybe it's because of this curve too, because just the fact that it's curved like that, it might not resonate as much. I don't know, but I mean, look compared to the cancel tool here. I mean,
this is a very straight. This is a very straight handle compared to what I'm used to. But like I can see, there's a lot of really. You can grab it anywhere. Sometimes, like with this one, this was supposed to be about camping, not about axes. This one, depending on where you're holding the handle, it's a very, very different control thing. Whereas with this one, I feel that I have more freedom to grab it pretty much wherever I need to, and still have a familiar feel to it,
Because I do have to admit, like having a curved handle.
Yeah.
It depending on where your hand is, not that the head's not in the same place, but it's not the same angle.
No, this axe swings completely differently here than it does here than it does there. Like more than just the distance to the head. It's a very different feel. It took me a few months to get used to this axe. Now that I'm used to it, I like it. But it took me a while of being like, whoa, God, why did I do this? Because you have to learn this axe.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of axes, once you know how to use an axe, you know how to use an axe, but you have to learn this axe. You don't just chop with this axe, you drive this axe. Quote from the Jedi Axe Hanger Handbook.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
So these comments.
Hold on. Wait. Axe junkies. Waves hand. These are not the axes you were looking for. Tyler says his carpenter's axe handle is ash. It feels good for carving. Nice. Outdoor says, what axes should we be looking for? These ones, obviously.
That was one thing about when I carved out this handle.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, is it going to be too weird having such a curve in it? And after using it, and one of the reasons why it has this shape was to avoid the knots, because I had a knot here and a knot here. That's kind of the reason why it has this shape and has this length. Just to like that, I would have like a perfect grain, if you will, because from this point to this point, there's hardly any run out, as you can see. There's a bit of it like here, a little bit here, but I mean here it's because of the the shoulder of the.
There's a little bit of run out right there.
Yeah, exactly. But it's far less than if I would have tried to carve it where the knots were, right? Yeah. Obviously, but. Once I swung it and hit a few logs with it, I'm like, holy crap.
Tyler's bringing us back on track. Thank you, Tyler. Camping, cold weather with snow, warm weather, and clear. Who likes what? I'm happiest. I don't know about you, but I'm happiest around September-ish. Like either kind of April-ish maybe, or like the beginning of May.
Yeah,
or
I was
September,
about to say
October.
May is usually like, because then you don't have all the freaking bugs out yet.
Yeah.
But it's not too cool. It's not too warm. It's a happy middle.
Yeah, I find that once I'm batting away mosquitoes more than I'm enjoying myself, then that becomes harder. What I would like to do is get a good sort of bug solution, because I tried one of those dollar store bug net things, and it was
crap.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of like maybe at some point I'll just spend some money on a really good one or something, or like a bug shirt. But it's, you can keep buying stuff till the cows come home and never have everything that is available. You'll always be, oh, I'd like to get that and this. And if I could go camping at certain times of the year, I also don't like, sitting there and being like, it is 50 degrees and I'm hating life. Around where we live, it gets really humid. I can handle heat, but the humidity really, really takes a chunk out of me, So,
and even during the winter, like we had the warm spell recently, and I think it was like yesterday or the day before. I went outside. I'm like, it's like -4, but I feel like it's like -15.
You feel the chill go right to your bones because
it's like, my God. But we don't need like one of these to get rid of the horse flies,
Yeah, exact. Hold on. Swing your axe today and let the chips fly where they may. I see Craig is still swinging the. Hold on. You can't experiment cold until it's -40. I'm not great at -20 if I'm camping.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Zach will do his best Alec Guinness impression. Okay, so what Scott says is snow, snowman, blowing wind, Jack Frost, snowman, snowflake. Nice.
Haku.
Outdoors Aubrey says, I camp in my house when it's -40. Fall when the low temps touch freezing. Yeah, like anything down. I mean, if I'm well equipped, I'm great around 0. I prefer like 10 degrees, 10 degrees or a little warmer. I like it when it's a little cold at night. You snuggle in there and nice warm fire. I don't like it when having a fire just feels like you're adding heat on top of heat,
No, for sure. And,
blood is thicker than water. Clear yourself a safe space and start swinging. Man, Craig is unstoppable tonight. Well, there's the thing. Dr. Sharp says humidity goes through clothes, and it does. It's terrible.
And Craig, definitely 10 degrees Celsius Canadian.
10 degrees Canadian, not 10 degrees.
Jeez.
What do I call it? 10 degrees freedom?
Yeah, freedom.
I'll be
Fahrenheit freedom.
Me show this weekend. Last year was 16, and it snowed about 7 inches Saturday night. This year it's calling for 60 degrees and rain. 60 and freedom is, I don't know.
I don't know.
But they freeze at 32.
I think.
Tyler's very much a snowstorm kind of guy. He loves good snow, but like the sound it makes, the way it looks, and the quiet afterward. Tyler, I like if I'm feeling kind of snuggly in a, I got a fire going, I'm in a cabin, or maybe if, once I have a hot tent, I love there to be a snowstorm outside, and I'm just, I got my tea or my hot chocolate or something, and I'm watching it. I'm great with falling snow. I love the quiet when there's snow everywhere, because snow really does have a sound dampening effect, because all it is little icy pockets of air,
Which is awesome. I love it when I go out, especially early in the morning.
Can't hear a damn thing.
Yeah, it's like it feels like I'm the only person out there.
Yeah. But I don't have a whole lot of experience with winter camping. I did a lot of it as an air cadet in these like Canadian Forces Arctic tents. And that's, smelled like sweaty men.
I'm for that. I'm probably like -5 is probably the most severe I'd want to go camping. Even then, it's like I don't like to be cold, despite the fact that
I could go down to -10.
That's the limit.
Like in February. Here's a funny thing, guys. In like October it hits -10 and you're bundling up. In February it hits -10 and you've got a t-shirt on outside and you're like, woo! Life is coming back. Yeah. Tyler said 10 degrees freedom is cold. Yes. Jake is in his canvas tent right now. Oh, in the backyard. It's 27 degrees in here right now with the wood stove. Are you testing that tent and stove combo? He actually recently got his setup going, which is really nice. So you just start testing it out in the backyard, or are you just celebrating having one? Open fire is allowed now. Oh, that's where outdoor is going to be.
Yeah, just for us Canadians, 10 Fahrenheit is -12.222 Celsius.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's plenty cold.
Yeah.
When you start getting past -10, it's not enjoyable.
Craig says, "Don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things."
That word's to live by.
We had to go there, but I'm glad someone did. Mary Carter says, "That is too cold for my southern blood." Oh, I don't know where you live, Mary. Zach, cut towards your chum, not your thumb. So is that how this live stream is going now? I don't have any of those funny little sayings. Yeah, Jake is in the backyard, so that's how he's got Wi-Fi. Good point. Is there a site that tells when or where you can burn in state lands? Oh, that's to Outdoor Dauber. Never trust a fart, says Scott.
No.
True. Yeah, okay, so Jake he says he's getting it all dialed in before he takes it out for real. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. When I finally get my setup going, I'll do the same. Tyler can handle down to -10 degrees Canuck, but he'd like to have some Sherpa boot liners for sure. Yeah. Look, there's the thing, because when I still had a place to go hunting, we would go at end of October, beginning of November, if I remember correctly. And where we went, sometimes it was like -20, 30. A couple of times it hit -40, and you're just sitting there. So if you don't have warm ass feet and a toque on, your trip is over, buddy.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I have like bad circulation, but like my feet and my hands tend to get like really cold.
Really?
Yeah. It's like sometimes I feel like I need to have like double socks in my boots, and it seems like I'm still not warm enough. It's crazy. But hey,
I'm not buying this again.
No. That's why I asked the question before. I'm like, I don't think so.
Cool. Way too sour.
Well, you're almost done, so.
No, to hell with you, Echo Chamber. Whew. And it's funny how when you're camping in sub-zero temps, Canadian or American, your equipment needs are so bloody different. So different. Like when you and I hit the woods in June or something, we're not bringing snowshoes.
No.
But where we go in St. Christine, the last time we were there when it was like full-on winter, if we didn't have snowshoes, we would not have had any fun.
No.
Right? Because it was up past our knees.
No, it was like as high as your workbench.
Yeah. It was about this tall. Because remember there was that tree. It was about this tall, and all we saw of it was about yay.
Yeah. That seems about right there.
So it was about nutsack height. Yeah. Just to go full circle.
Exactly. I remember sinking into the snow, like when I took off my snowshoes. I'm like, no, I'm gonna put them back on now.
Yeah,
because it's like you said, balls deep.
Yeah. Outdoor Dauber bought his daughter a pair of Kamek pack boots for hunting. She's a little young, actually. I don't know. No, you're not She's not. I just got you mixed up with someone else. I'm gonna have to think about my own kid with hunting at some point because she's 8 and she'll be 12 in a few years. But I don't have anywhere to hunt anymore, so I don't know if it's even going to be an issue. Yeah, South Central Arkansas. Yeah, Mary. No, Mary, I'm the one who's behind because we're and I can hardly see because the laptop is halfway across the room.
A good meter away, or 3 feet.
That's about 1.5 meters, I think. Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm going to keep up here.
Yeah, exactly. So I took it out, right?
Yeah. Okay, if the snow is balls deep, I hope your nutsack is waxed. See, we both went there. Hold on. Nick Adams says the only time I've seen snow that deep was in drifts.
There was no drift.
No.
We're like completely surrounded by trees. So there's no wind, no drifts. That was like just...
That was snow.
Snow.
Alain says he only likes sub-zero temps if he sleeps in a cabin, not so much with a tent. Well, the thing is, if you have a hot tent, it's essentially a canvas cabin,
Mm-hmm. I've never tried that, but it'd be interesting to try.
But generally, I'm with you. One of my favorite things about being at hunt camp was it being frigid outside, and excuse me. And in our drafty little scratch-built cabin, we had this wood burning, a wood stove, I used to love getting under the covers with the wood stove going and just,
Well, it's almost like when you're out in the cold, then it's fun to get back in the warmth.
Back into the warmth, yeah.
So that's one thing that's like, I guess, enjoyable about winter.
Yeah.
One of the few things. But again, it's because we live in in Canada where we're used to this sort of weather, and we know how to plan ahead and make sure that we're warm.
Jake says, biggest thing with winter camping is when you think you have enough wood, double it. Yes, I've heard that as well.
Geez,
I think Martin probably has an opinion about that as well because he's experienced with the winter camping.
I mean, even at home, just with our decorative fireplace, in my opinion, it's not. I could actually burn wood in the fireplace, but you're not gonna heat the house with this thing,
No,
it's there to look pretty. That's
what the fireplace.
Really, the fireplace. Yeah. Sure, it's gonna heat the living room. It's great if if we have another ice storm, I'll have a place in the house which I could, I won't freeze to death.
You know who won't?
But
me.
You.
Because in the city of Montreal,
you're not allowed.
You ain't allowed. Are you finished your beer?
Yeah, I'm finished my beer.
So get rid of the bottle and pop this bitch on there. It's a terrible thing to say. Shouldn't have said it.
It's
Tyler retracted a message. So did Scott, guys.
And outdoor. I just saw it happening.
I'm gonna put all you guys in timeout.
I just saw Scott say go, so I think they're just doing it to pull your chain.
Oh, you guys are all so jerkular. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not set up for winter camping at all.
No.
Yet. I am nicely set up for summer camping. I'm better set up still. I'm better set up for, well, that's actually a stankin' lie. I was going to say that I'm better set up still for car camping, but no, because I've even got that big old cast iron or wrought iron tripod for over a campfire.
Yeah.
So I don't even have to do withies and a wooden tripod. Weighs a shit ton, though. That weighs a lot.
Yeah, it weighs a lot. I have to carry it, so.
We both had to carry that before.
Yeah. It's funny because often when we go out in the woods and stuff, Jesse starts to get the camp ready and everything like that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some more gear.
Yeah, he just sort of moves, goes.
I'm
gear.
the mule,
I'm setting up stuff. I'm like, where the hell is South? And then he shows up with got some stuff.
Yeah.
And you always bring some logs too, just in case we can't find anything. Yeah.
Mind you, we have plenty of wood there, but just in case.
Yeah.
Well, after the time that we went, it was like pouring rain.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, okay, let's always bring wood with us just in case.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we would have started a fire otherwise.
Scott calls him the Circular Nutsack Club. I love it. Hey,
Speaking of camping,
Canoe Hounds here. How's it going, Mr. Dennis?
oh,
I completely missed your live stream tonight. I had my kid at karate, and then I'm back at work as of today was my second day.
As of Monday.
So life is very different because now I'm picking up my kid after my work, and so everything gets way more hectic. So I don't know. I tried to get a little watching in, but there was homework happening, and I just couldn't do it, which is too bad because I really wanted to see this one.
Adapt and overcome. Right?
I'll watch later or tomorrow morning.
Exactly. Well, that's what I do sometimes with the live streams.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, crap, I missed it. And like, when was it? Friday that you had a live stream?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I'm out. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I watched it anyway afterwards. So,
That's Dennis in the house.
Yeah. Does Dennis have a prospector?
No, I think he's got a... Geez, Dennis, you've got a couple of canoes. Do you have a prospector? You've got a pack boat, if I remember. Geez, I don't remember what he's got. That one that he put the decal on the bottom of. I'm trying to remember what that is. Because I think I've seen Dennis with the two-sided hand.
I thought that was the prospector.
No, because you sit too high on a prospector.
Okay. See here.
Oh, both his canoes are prospectors. Okay.
See? I'm not that bad.
I didn't say you were that bad.
Yeah,
I just said you were bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dennis, if what you've been missing is canoe is Craig there, Axe Junkies, slinging pearls of wisdom, making everyone giggle. What did Mary say? Did you miss something? Oh, Mary, man, you haven't missed anything. It's all just blither and nonsense.
Yeah, meanwhile, I did bring something else, which my wife bought me for Christmas.
Oh, before you do that,
wait.
Joe's Neon's in the house. Joe, love it, man. I love seeing you here. What you got?
This are little lanterns.
Oh, camping lanterns.
I didn't get only one. I got a set of 3. And at first, I'm like,
how the hell do they...
Whoa! And I'm like, what am I going to need 3 for?
Yeah, what do you need?
Interesting. Well, at first I'm like, I'm never going to use 3. But then I thought, I'm going to get blinded. That's what I'm thinking now. But when you go camping, often you're not alone.
Yeah, that's true.
There's someone else with you. And often someone's like, oh, can I borrow your lantern? Can I borrow this? Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
And having multiple lanterns, I'm starting to think is going to be kind of useful. And they're not as compact as some other ones.
Yeah.
But it's still like, the 3 of them together, it's still not that bad.
Yeah, it's not. It's not bad.
It's not bad. So, and who says I have to bring all 3?
Nobody says that.
So
you don't have to.
And the fact that, as you saw before, the red flashy.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking, maybe I should keep one in the car.
Actually, that's a good idea. Dennis is just saying that one of his prospectors is a Nova Craft 17-footer, the Royalite, and he's got the 14-foot Swift. Oh, the Prospector pack canoe. Okay. Jake, now we're drinking tea because we're going to behave ourselves tonight because, we're actually working stiffs now.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it to Jess to stare into a light source while turning it on. Funk you. See how I didn't get demonetized there?
But you already swore before, so.
Yeah, I did. They're out of beer, so they switched to tea. Yep. Hey, things were kind of overexposed. Technically, Dennis, our boats are Kevlar fusion, not carbon fusion. Oh.
That's
Wait, Zach says we had an elective class in high school where we only did homework from other classes. Isn't that like study hall or something?
Yeah, I think so.
You guys are making me hungry. They're all talking about chopped liver. There's nothing wrong with regifting if you run across someone who really needs one.
Onions and bacon, that's a little bit better there.
Onions and bacon is pretty good.
But
yeah, that was bright, Mary.
But not with the liver.
Yeah.
I pass on the liver.
Yeah. Okay. So Dennis and Avid Outdoorsy Guy have the same pack boat. Kevlar Fusion. Austin's here. How's it going? Dennis had a few beers on his live stream. Good to know.
Scott, I saw that.
What did he do? I retract Scott. Yeah, I'm hungry too.
Oh, I didn't think. I'm not wearing the t-shirt.
Neither am I. Neither of us are wearing t-shirts.
Yeah, that's awful. That's awful to me.
You know what we haven't talked about for camping gear yet?
Knives.
Oh, you're right. We haven't. But what I was going to say, I talked to them while I put all these axes back because they're just taking up room.
Well,
what you got to show off there?
I got the same old knife that my brother gifted me,
which is a nice knife.
Which is a gorgeous knife. If I could freaking find it.
You carry Puko.
You Puko?
You carry Puko.
I thought I had it in here somewhere. This bag is too big.
God, that bag is big. Where'd you get that bag?
Oh, I don't know.
A big bag. It's too big.
Yeah, it was just laying around, so I'm like, I might as well bring
take
it. Yes. It's right there. I'm like, I need a bag.
So take the damn bag. So I was going to say, we need to talk about saws. Because when I used to go camping with a carpenter, we would just bring a damn carpenter's, like a panel saw. I have a Silky that I love dearly. Some of you guys have the Vaco Laplander. But if you go over a certain size, you need a bigger saw. And I think that this folding buck saw, this Boreal 21 by Agua Canyon, that is not a paid endorsement.
Yeah.
This is a nice saw.
How much was it? Not that it's a paid endorsement.
Yeah, with like the extra blade and the
bag.
Yeah, the bag. It was like 119, I think. 79 just for this.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, especially because I have two other folding buck saws that are wooden, and both of which are a lot more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, this spring I'm going to do an episode, like a buck saw roundup episode for you guys, and I think that one is going to be amazing and go viral and make me a millionaire. So everybody watch it, okay? But because the difference between this and, well, I'm not going to go looking for a carpenter's saw. You guys all know them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole difference going on there because, the first time we brought a saw, it was one of those carpenter's saws with the little, and they just get clogged up.
Yeah, well, I mean, just looking at the teeth here.
Yeah, you need something with an aggressive tooth on it.
I mean, geez, it's not even the same ballpark at this point.
And I think this is the drywood blade. This one actually comes with a greenwood blade and a drywood blade. Here's the greenwood tabernacle. It's hooked. There we go. No, there we don't. Piss on a biscuit. Hold on a second here.
You should maybe think about getting like a plastic guard.
Yeah.
Just to slide it in.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, well, anyways. But like...
Instead of ripping apart your bag.
See, a greenwood blade has more of a...
okay.
Like a cross-cut saw pattern on it. Whereas this aggressive, sort of more deadwood blade is much more of a regular thing happening. But, something like this is nice because they're real easy to pack. Real easy to pop open,
And it's definitely an upgrade for what we used to do. We used to take out the little saw from our Swiss Army pocket knife.
Yeah.
That's what we used to cut our wood with.
I've used that before,
when
too.
we were in the woods.
And it's great if you're trying to survive, but lousy if you're trying to camp.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, sure. You cut a small branch, make a walking stick with it.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna do much else with it. You know.
No, you're not cutting up like meaningful firewood.
No.
You might be doing some kindling or some stuff like that, but you're not cutting up meaningful firewood like that. No way. You know, and like the nice thing about these folding buck saws versus those old sort of, the metal frame one is, look how much room this is taking up, guys. Oh no, how will it fit into my car or my backpack? Whereas those more traditional, big metal frame that you stick the blade into, that gets ginormous. A little more.
It's not that it's ginormous.
It's persnickety.
It's just an awkward shape. It's like the fact that it doesn't matter that it's like really long. You could like roll up in your sleeping bag or your tent. Your tent. You could stuff that thing anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Okay. Chicken gizzards work for me. Whoop! What the hell am I missing?
It's probably because I said I don't like liver.
Okay. Things we haven't talked about related to camping tonight: knives, tarps, food, cook kits, saws, sleeping bags, wool blankets, etc. Yes. Thank you. Oh yeah. Okay. These guys are talking about gizzard and chopped liver. We're going to talk about knives next because I really wanted to get the saws thing spoken about because I'm wondering what you guys. I mean, you guys have seen my Silky, but mine is like that little 170. I think it's a little small.
Well, it's good for it. It definitely replaces your Swiss Army pocket knife, which is, I mean, it's okay if you, like you said, you're in the survival situation, but sometimes you don't need a huge freaking saw.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I just want to say good night, avid or outdoorsy guy. Yeah, it's convenient. It works. So I'm just trying to make sure that we stay on top of.
Yeah.
And someone's asked how to spell the name of this, but everyone else is already writing it. So okay, all right, we're good. It's much more convenient than those little Swiss Army knife saws. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I would think that for the majority of the cutting that you need to do, it's gonna do the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For anything that's not like a big. Well, even that buck saw is not going to be great for a massive log.
No, but like when are you gonna, there aren't that many massive trees out there anyway.
Yeah.
And excuse me. Oh my goodness. The other thing also is you don't want to be chopping down these big trees anyway.
No.
So you don't need anything really bigger than that.
Well, it depends. If you're going to do like an all-night fire, where you take a long log, you split it in half, light the fire inside the log, and it just burns all night, and you make it really long, something like that. But I'm not cutting anything this big unless it's something for and
unless it's obviously if it's dead,
If it's dead, it kind of.
Then it's not an issue, but usually when it's that big, it falls and it rots quickly. So
but even where we go, there's a pretty big standing dead one right next to our site there, which we really have to get to using at some point.
I think that saw could definitely do the job for it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's big, but I think it's about like this big. Which is reasonable. You could use that saw easy.
Hold on, I just want to say it's a great saw. Oh yeah, because Tyler has the same saw as I do. But I'm looking for outdoor. 3 seasons. He carries a 10-inch, 25-centimeter folding saw. Winter camping, I carry a Destruid folding buck saw to process. Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to mention that because those Destruid saws. Bob Destruid. Am I even pronouncing that right? Destruid. He has a slightly different take on the metal folding saw. It's an older design than this one, but that one is actually, I think, a 2-piece. Where you take it out, you unfold it, and you stick it together. They're very similar to these. Have you ever seen one?
No.
I think they sell on Mountain Equipment Co-op, or at least they used to. But look them up afterwards on the Googles.
Definitely will.
I feel that this is a more elegant design because it's one piece and you just boom, clip, but. And that's one of the reasons that this one comes out more often than my two wooden ones, because they're more traditional buck saws, take the pieces, tie them with a windlass,
And I think, but this one's much easier to put together. I mean,
yep, it's a much more elegant design.
And sometimes you want that speed,
Often I want that speed. I'm into wood and traditional materials, but when we get out there and it's cold or it's raining and we just got to get a fire built.
Yeah.
Whoop, click.
Boom. It's done.
Because we got to get our bacon on.
Yeah.
Which is a nice segue, actually, to like food. I very rarely bring sort of the mountain. What is it called? Mountain. Those dried meals. Mountain House. Stuff like that. I know some people. One guy who I know, a YouTube friend of mine, Paul Bakima, he has a lot of IMPs. Those military. I don't know what do Americans call them? MREs.
MREs, I think. Yeah. Ready-made meals.
Yeah. Whereas in Canada, it's IMP. It's individual meal pack, I think.
Unless I got them confused, but whatever.
Yeah.
We all know what you're talking about.
Meals ready to eat in the States, individual meal, blah, blah, blah here. Some people carry those. Weight weenies ain't going to go for IMPs, that's for sure. But I very rarely have those sort of freeze-dried meals. I've had some in the past. I've tried a bunch of different brands, but I haven't found one to really love yet. I've gone for like wholly, completely organic ones. Vegetarian, meat, all kinds of them, but it's like, excuse me, whenever I do them, I feel that I should have ignored the instructions and put in less water, kind of thing, so I still haven't found one of those to love. So when we hit the bush, or I hit the bush alone, I've always got like bulky fresh food on me.
Well, I had a friend of mine, he ordered a bunch of them, like a box filled with them, and we just had like an evening where that's what we ate,
Yeah.
We all had like something, and we were tasting each other's stuff, and the thing is, it tastes okay, but it's like, I'd rather bring whatever out in the woods and cook it, and like, even if it's just like bacon with lettuce and BLT, like we did the other time there.
God, that was good.
It's good. It was delicious. It's not difficult to make, and it's as quick as these REMs and stuff. It tastes better.
Well, and I also find that when you've been working for your food, it's going to taste better anyway.
Yeah, this is true, but that's it. These things, they don't require that much work.
Yeah.
So when you're eating, you're like, okay,
Outdoor Dauber just put a link to lureofthenorth.com product / I don't see what the rest of it is. Happy Yak, Simon is saying. Mountain House at MRE. Yeah, Mountain House. That's it. MREs. Tyler takes a lot of. Yeah, Tyler's got a ton of outdoor. Is this Lure of the North? A link to meals. Oh, Canoe Hound is going to grab something to eat. I'm on till 11.
For another half hour or so.
Yeah. Don't go to the woods to eat like a homeless person. Carry steak, pork chops, bacon, instant mashed potatoes, etc.
We had steak once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good steak too.
Yeah.
You know what we put on that steak?
Slap your mama.
I still put that stuff on when I'm making chicken or whatever. I've still got some. Yeah.
How much you got left? I'm just curious now.
About half.
Half?
About half, yeah.
I have to ask for more.
I wonder if we can buy it up here.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah, we're going to have to look that up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Outdoor put a link to the destroyed saw. So if you click on that Lure of the North thing there. Whoop, I didn't mean to do it.
That's all good.
Thrive Life is a U.S. equivalent to the Happy Yak. Okay, that's good. It's good to know for you Americans. But there's a couple of things about food, eh? First of all, food is a very personal thing. And no matter
Indeed
how
it is.
no matter how you slice it. Food, it's a personal thing, and I want to enjoy what I'm eating when I'm in the woods, because I don't go into the woods as a survivalist, right? I go in there as a bushcrafter, so I'm in there to enjoy being in the woods, and part of that is I want to make a fire and make myself some tasty victuals, and then afterwards I want to sort of kick back and relax and enjoy the sounds and the smells and the sights of the woods or of the lake or whatever. And so I haven't thrown a whole lot of work into finding like a mountain house clone or whatever to love, because if I'm there to really enjoy what I'm eating, then I don't mind putting a damn steak in the pan,
And that was kind of my point of what I was getting at before. It's just like, yeah, they're okay, these things. I mean, they're a lot better than what you think they taste like,
And I think if we were hikers, it would be more important.
Yeah, maybe. But we're not there to go hiking, and sure, it's fun to go hiking. Don't get me wrong, but I think the goal is just to get out in the woods, and and I'm kind of a picky eater too. I don't like some people, like, I don't like mushrooms, for example, and people say, oh, well, mushrooms don't taste anything. I'm like, well, I taste them.
Yeah.
And that's what you're saying before. Food is personal. Not everybody's taste is the same. So getting these meals, they're kind of like, well, if there's stuff in there that you don't like, too bad. You can't take them out, because you'll have to make it together. I think my brother is leaving. Have a good night, Al.
All right, see you later, Al. I also want to know, Austin's Corner says, cooking in the woods amplifies the satisfaction for things that we would otherwise find mundane, which is absolutely true. Raindance Jr.'s love of ramen noodles is a perfect example. And, because we don't eat ramen at home. We only eat ramen when we're in the woods, and that's where she discovered ramen in the first place. And I don't think she would like it if I threw that down in front of her for supper one night. Because that's something that we cook on a stove.
What the heck is this?
Yeah. No.
So true. So true.
Dr. Sharp is asking if anyone is familiar with the Sven saw. Yeah, I don't remember what it is, but I think Lee Valley sells it. Is that the one that's sort of more of a triangle shape, or am I misremembering? Isn't that a Bushism? Am I not remembering that properly?
Maybe Bushism. I like that.
Slim packs of tuna, things like that, Mary says. I don't know what a slim pack is. Is that like those little plastic packs of tuna?
I think of Slim Jims.
Apparently, Sven saws have proprietary blades. Yeah, I don't know if I'm remembering a saw with sort of a Scandinavian name that was like a handle, and then it just sort of came to a point where the blade fit in rather than this kind of shape.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I should probably give the Mountain House thing another try. Scott says, I'm picky too. I pick everything.
Oh, we all have the one food that we don't like.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I can't eat, first of all. Like, I can't pack salmon into the woods, because if I eat salmon, I die. And like a lot of people, when they're out there, man, they're going to town with the salmon. And it's too bad, because I would love to cook a fish the way Ray Mears did it for Lars Felt in, I think, the first episode of that series he did when he was in Sweden. Where you open it up, you debone it, and then you stick it, like you split a piece of a stick, and you prop it open, put the fish in, and then put two smaller sticks across so that it's sort of held open over the fire, and you cook it forever. I'd love to try that, but I don't know if it'll work for like a white fish that I can actually.
Yeah, well,
eat.
that's what I was about to say. I mean, in your case, it's just the pink.
I can't eat any fish that are red or pink flesh.
Yeah.
It has to be white. Ramen, chicken flavor, and add a can of chicken. Oh, add a can of chicken. You mean like those tuna can styles?
You're
Sven
saying
saws are triangular shape. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm
Okay.
thinking. Best beers are APs and OPs. The best beers are APs and OPs.
I don't know what APs and OPs are.
OPs. I will figure this out because I'm wondering if there's like a pun with the word P there. APs and OPs. We're gonna figure
As
this out.
opposed to PP.
Chicken, carrots, and celery. Oh, I'm getting so hungry. Hey, Tenenbaum is here. How's it going? We were just talking about you because I presented Buddy here with the tent, and he's very, very excited
Yes,
about it.
extremely excited. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Greatly appreciated. I've been looking at tents recently too.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I want to go this summer, and like the old tent I had before, I moved a couple times.
Okay.
And I can't find the freaking poles. You know, a tent's a little difficult to put up when you don't have poles.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Austin says any brand and other people's. Okay. All right. And Tyler says this is a good time to discuss my ramen experiment.
Do tell.
Do tell. I want to hear about this. Oh yeah, Outdoors Albert says the same thing. Daniel Charbonneau, how's it going? OP, other people's. Are we the ones who didn't know what OP beer meant?
I guess not.
Actually, you know, with OPB, yeah, you know me.
Don't rap.
We can't. I was just thinking how it's impossible for you and me to be on camera without me doing something like that.
I do this thing to you.
You know me. What? What
was I thinking?
Oh yeah, Tenenbaum. It's going to serve well. In fact, I think maybe we might actually do an overnighter one night with these tents.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I want to go this summer with my daughter for the first time. So
two-person tents can be amazing.
She's turning 7, so I'm thinking she's probably old enough. You know.
You may have to do some snuggling at night. You know, my first time camping with Camille, she woke up at night and
she was freezing.
She was cold.
Yeah.
She was wondering where the hell she was because she didn't quite wake up. It's like, come here, baby, come on.
I wouldn't have to worry about the other one. The other one is like a furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah, she takes after me.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tenenbaum, we've been talking about sort of camping gear. We were talking about saws. We were talked a lot about too much about axes because as soon as you put an axe in front of me, I get all like, woo. I talked about the one that we met up in Ottawa for. We've been talking about like camping stuff, you know, like pots, knives. We haven't really talked about knives yet.
No, not really.
We were literally just discussing food because I was saying how we said so many things. But like how some people, especially if they're hikers, will go the whole freeze-dried route, whereas I prefer to, whenever it's Camille and me, I always bring a packet of ramen, but I prefer to have like a steak or some sausages or whatever and some bread and like real sort of non-deconstructed food because of the fact that I'm in the woods to enjoy myself rather than packing along something as light as possible because I'm through hiking or I'm surviving, you know?
It's funny that you bring up ramen too, because like when we used to go camping, for us it was hot dog sausages, you know.
Oh yeah,
and it's like who just eats the sausage, you know, with no bun?
You guys.
We did when we go camping.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would never eat it like that.
You just stick them on the stick and cook them over the fire. Yeah.
Stick them over the fire. There you go. Lunch is ready.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I don't like those, but I do the same thing with sausages.
Yeah.
Well, we've done the same thing with sausages.
Yeah.
Mais des vrais saucisses.
Yeah. Well, today, like I'd probably get like real sausages now. But you know, when you're young, you get whatever's cheap.
Right. Tyler says ramen, the cake, That's the cake of noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Will still make you need to poo. Without the original spices, though, it can be much better. Eat with a potato and some dressings like suggested above. Chicken, celery, etc. Really? Oh, outdoor sleeping under a tarp this weekend. I hope it's not going to freeze your narcs off. Tyler says the potato helps prevent the poops. Okay, good to know. Well, Dr. Sharp, he was looking. What kind of tent were you looking to buy?
Oh, I was just looking at whatever was on special, and whatever wouldn't break the bank, basically. So this is.
But now he doesn't have to because he's just been gifted a 2-person.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I cannot complain at this point.
No, neither can I. I think we were both very well treated by Tenenbaum.
Yes, seriously.
Our next episode is dedicated to you, Tenenbaum.
Yeah, seriously.
Mary Carter knows exactly where I was going with my OPP. Good to know that I'm not alone here.
It makes me think, because of Outdoor mentioned that he's going to go sleeping underneath a tarp.
Yeah. Have
you ever gone camping and slept in the open air?
In the wild, no. I would love to. I've slept open air lakeside before, but not out in the woods.
Okay.
It's something that I'm still, riding over the prairie on an Appaloosa. Sun goes down. We just, tie up the horses, get down there on the ground with our sleeping bags. We start a fire. We do some cowboy coffee. We go to sleep. We wake up the next morning, tap the spiders and scorpions out of our boots, put them back on, and we're headed back out there into the back 40 doing the horses. And, there's Ghost Riders in the Sky playing in the background as our theme music. Yeah,
but no, I'd have to go out west for that.
Yeah, like Alberta,
but,
Wyoming.
I've done it once, when we were friends and stuff, and we just all slept around the fire. My only concern was if the weather
turns
on us, and B, the bugs, know. But
that's why you would do it in early May or October. Yeah, not October.
No, not October. But it was still, I think it was still early in the season. I think it might have been May or
a June.
June.
Well, even June, you're starting to.
But it was still cool at night. I remember it was still quite cool because we needed that fire.
Yeah.
Otherwise we would probably been too cold to sleep out in the cold.
Yeah.
I get it. Out without a tent, but it was interesting. Looking up and all you see are the stars.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite an experience. Still, nevertheless.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I mean, I've fallen asleep under the stars, but I didn't mean to do it. Yeah. Actually, you know what? When I was in cadets, several times we did build lean-tos out of sticks and leaves and stuff, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
Outdoor Dauber says, bratwurst over an open fire. Good man. Zach Fudge says, I carry homemade chicken jerky, sea salt kettle chips, peanut butter, and Dollarama crackers for lunch and dinner, and lemon cream biscuits for tea.
Homemade
chicken jerky.
Huh? That caught my attention.
Yeah, me too, because I've made chicken jerky, but it wasn't any good. So maybe I'd like to pick your brains one night this week about that, because I want to try it again. I do it with a dehydrator because, as I keep saying, we're not allowed to burn anything in this neighborhood. Outdoor Diver says, Tyler said poo.
Of course.
Way to bring down the tone of the conversation. Nick Adams says, this is reminding me, my girlfriend challenged me to cook tomato soup and grilled cheese from scratch. I'm going to do it, but I intend to cook it like you guys are talking about. Yeah, man. Geez, how do you make tomato soup? I guess you just boil it up and then you put it through the grinder?
I guess so.
The grilled cheese. That sounds exciting. You know what I used to do when I used to make grilled cheese? Because I was never the type to use, what's the other word for American cheese? You know, they come in a little, singles. They come in these little individual plastics.
It's like processed cheese.
Yeah, I never used that stuff. For me, I had to just cut my cheddar or mozzarella or whatever. But when I was a youngin', I would take a little bit of ketchup. I would put my bread, put my cheese on, put a little bit of ketchup, put the other bread on and cook it like that. Now, I wouldn't do this as an adult. I may have to do this tonight. I'm getting really hungry here, guys. The camp food part of this episode is making me a little... because I was the type who used to put a little, splooch of ketchup on my plate, and I would, tap and eat it, So
how about croque monsieur?
Croque monsieur is good.
Yeah,
that's a good. I don't know if people
I
know about a croque monsieur.
I don't know if that's like a Quebec thing,
but it's a French thing.
It's a French thing.
So of course it's a Quebec thing as well. But I don't know, like if in Michigan or Pennsylvania or whatever they have a croque monsieur.
I don't know. Basically, what it is bread, cheese topped with bacon. That's all it is.
Well, technically it's topped with ham. But in Quebec...
Yeah, in Quebec we use bacon.
But yeah, Nick, that sounds great. I would love to know how that goes. If you make videos, I'd love to watch that. No, Simo, she doesn't mean OPP like Ontario Provincial Peace. Outdoor dog. Tyler. It's Tyler versus Outdoor Dogger tonight. It's supposed to be 15°C this weekend. Oh, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. Because here it's more like 15 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
I think, roughly.
Yeah. Daniel Charbonneau says, yes, lots after a 40-ouncer. Wearing your Bermuda shorts and flip-flops outdoor? Yep. There's a video I'd want to see. Oh, Nick Adams says he grew up sleeping open air every summer.
Oh.
Wow.
That's nice.
That sounds
nice,
good. Outdoor Dauber says that RDB has gone off the rails of a crazy train. If we're going to start throwing lyrics around, if I'm an OPP, yeah. Cargo shorts and Crocs. Let's not get carried away. Oh, Dr. Sharp retracted a message.
Oh, you didn't want to get demonetized.
I guess.
Probably.
When Mary Carter goes camping, that's a different story. You're cooking something, then the homemade MREs are strictly for emergency preps for the car and the go bag. Yeah, that's legit. I would like to. I had an MRE that I was going to do a video on, but on a video, I think it was on a Tyler Wood live stream. We started talking about MREs, and I had it next to me at the desk, and I just started munching on parts of it because I was like, well, here's what you get in a Canadian MRE. Known up here as an IMP, blah, 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 and we're comparing notes, and I just opened up the gum because someone said that if it's got a pink wrapper, it's cinnamon, and I was, I wonder if that's true in Canada too. It's cinnamon, all right. And I just started munching on like the bread and stuff. So now I don't have an MRE to do a video on anymore.
#fail.
Yeah.
So you just ate an MRE for fun?
Well, I was hungry. I was hungry.
That was right there.
Yeah. Mary's been to Canada one time. Nick forgot to mention the most important part of this challenge is that she's a chef. It all becomes clear. And now Outdoor Dauber is hungry for grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah, me too. Oh, Scott retracted a message. Gosh.
Oh,
whoa! Suddenly everyone's it's a farandole of retracted message. I don't even know what a farandole is in English. You've consulted with an old friend who's a 3-star chef. Nick, I want to get with your friends, man. You know, like chefs. I don't know chefs. I know tech writers.
I know a sous chef.
Actually,
wait, no, I don't know her anymore. She's not part of our circle no more. Because
is this a story we're going to tell?
No, we're not going to go into
that. There's someone who has over 3 million subs to his MRE channel. Really? 3 million subs to an MRE channel?
My God.
I'm doing the wrong thing.
How much MREs are there?
There's a lot.
I know there's a lot.
The thing is, if you do Canadian IMPs and American MREs, and then you've got like Australian or British or French or Italian or Japanese,
I would think
or
eventually it gets all the same. No,
I'll tell you something right now. What Outdoor Dauber just said has put me over the top on the hungry. Nick Adams, smoked cheese with Texas toast and bacon grease instead of butter.
Oh.
Woo!
With the bacon, I hope.
Yeah.
I hope. Not just the bacon grease.
Don't
get me wrong, it's going to be tasty, but,
Nick Adams says, what exactly is a tech writer? I'm a tech writer.
You're looking at one.
He writes, Nick, you write how-to guides for a tech department. So we're both tech writers. I work in Yadda. Tyler says a farandole is a dance in 6/8. He's probably right. But I'm thinking about, anyways. I'm going to look that up when we're done here. What time are we at? Oh, man, we've got 9 minutes left.
Yeah, 9 minutes. Jeez. It went by fast.
Yep. IMP's poutine is not dried. No, that's true. Wait. This guy with the 3 million subs has eaten an IMP from the Boer War?
Okay, that's going to make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, but man.
But how do you get your hands on that?
Well, how does it not go bad? Well,
seriously.
I mean, they're meant to be like long-term
I know,
food,
but still.
Boer War, I mean.
It's like, I got a MRE from the American Civil War. Dude, don't eat it.
Zach Fudge says, outdoor dauber sounds good, but I can't eat pig. Oh, you can't eat pig? I'm not going to ask why.
No.
Because any question I could ask will be awkward online.
Yes.
Tyler says, I've had to play them. Hold on, let me go back to... Oh, okay, you've had to play a farandole. But yeah, so Zach, just use butter or margarine. I don't like me no margarine.
No, I do.
Can I drink another beer in 9 minutes? Yes, you can.
Because margarine, it's like oil-based, no?
Yeah, I just don't like the flavor.
Yeah.
So Nick Adams is going to chug a beer. Maybe he'll make that and do that. Okay. I'm going to start that again. Maybe Nick Adams will chug a Samuel Adams. See, I know American beer, right? They get old 3 Christmases in a row. Because Tyler actually plays music. He does the musics. Okay, yeah. Dr. Sharp says, yeah, it was bad, all dried up. I wonder if there was pemmican in that meal. Dr. Sharp, do you remember if there was? Because pemmican was like the Canadian survival food that became the British survival food. Like every infantryman had a can of pemmican because it lasts forever and ever. And I call me crazy, but I do like pemmican. Don't really call me crazy. You're sitting in my house. What the hell? Come on, man.
It's nothing.
What?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Hey. Time flies when you're having fun. That is the truth. And this has been a terrible live stream for staying on track. Unfortunately, I got to work on that when there's someone sitting beside me. But it's been fun.
We kind of kept coming back.
We kept coming back. We didn't get to talking about the knives, though.
No, but that's all right.
It's okay.
Oh, we still have 6 minutes?
Yeah. Here's a knife. Here's a knife. Here's a food prep knife. Carbon knife.
There's another knife.
Scandinavian knife. This is a Scandinavian knife too, actually.
Yeah, it is.
But yours is a Yakari Puka. And interestingly, I find that I have a Mora that's like a Puko shape like that.
Okay.
Not the F1. A lot of Scandinavian knives have that Puko style.
Well, what I was about to say is that you don't see that. Well, okay. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say you don't see that many convex knives.
You're seeing more now, but I think that you see mostly Scandis. They're easy to grind when you're making it, easy as hell to sharpen.
Yeah, it's just plain old easier. Just to like this one has a double edge. It's not a full. So
it's got the secondary bevel on it.
Yeah, the secondary bevel. Yeah. Kind of see it there. If I bring it to light, you kind of see it happening over here. But this, by the way, was a gift from my brother. If you guys did not see that video, and he made this sheet, so this made it like 10 times.
Yeah, that was a nice gift. And did you do that little lanyard on it?
Yeah, I did. It was the only thing orange I had, so I said.
Yeah, I like to. You guys have heard me say this before, so but I'll say again that I like to have orange on my stuff so that I can find it when I invariably drop it.
Yeah.
Yikari Puko is way better, nicer than the Mora Garberg. He's just getting attitude, but he's got one of those as well, and he likes it a lot. Tyler is hold on.
What's that? A Terrapuco? It's a no.
Which one?
Yarapuco? No.
What that? Yikari Puko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he put? It's like Terrapuco?
No, he spelled it right. Yikari Puko.
No.
Remember?
No. See.
Tarava is the brand, I think. Good night, Tyler. Say hi to Nick for us.
Brand of this one? I don't remember.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally the same knife as him. That's the Tarava. Yikari Puko.
Okay, it's the same knife. Okay.
This is the. I still love looking at this. This is a Falkneven F1. I would love to get that F1, the new X series, but that's purely because it's intriguing, not because I would want to replace this one. That new X series is very, very interesting to look at. But this is an iconic knife that one is not.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe not ever. Maybe soon. But this is my first bushcraft knife. My first dedicated, successful buy bushcraft knife. I had bought 2 knives before this, both of which are more sort of survival knifey. Neither of which are in my my bush pack anymore. One of which I gave away. The other which is sitting over there somewhere. Desert Ironwood scales, black liners, which was a mistake. I should have gone for yellow. I don't know what are those Loveless bolts, ground off. 01 tool steel, 4 mil.
The black
liners.
Yes, liners. Thank you. I must be getting tired. Yeah, it might not be as dramatic,
sexy.
But then again, for the style of knife, I find it fits well.
Yeah, but I like the liners to have a more dramatic je ne sais quoi. And I mean, this is not a very Coke bottle-y handle for a wood clone. It's a very, very straight. This is the way Morris Kahansky says you should have your knife handle. Much flatter, much squarer, so that you can pick it up without looking at it, and you know which side is down. You know. But that knife is really nice, way more affordable than either of these. But there's a real magic to the Yikari Puko,
and it's like compared to the other knives I've had. I mean, my first real bushcraft knife, if you will, is the one the Mora that you gave me.
Yeah.
You know, in the past I had like an old buck knife. I had I think it was a fishing knife of some sort. It's like I didn't have really good knives, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of embarrassed that I didn't have anything better for so long, you know.
But this is nice. I love this. Now these come. You have to spend extra on the sheath. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But my brother said that I could make one.
Yeah.
And I find it's well worth it. Definitely well worth it.
I'm just making sure that we're not.
Yeah, for the last minute there.
No, RDB does not want the survival lily knife. Wash your mouth out with soap.
No. Don't want that.
There's another retracted. Oh, it's 2300. Okay. So thanks for hanging out with us. We'll hopefully see you guys next week. Oh, crap. Next week I have a meeting on Tuesday. Maybe I'll move it to Monday or Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. Everyone be safe and be happy this week. And whatever. If you want to talk about something or suggest the subject for another episode, which we will stay on track for, then you know how to get in touch with me. Any of the ways I
Sure. You'll stay on track.
We'll stay on track. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later. Oh, now I really got